Hi, vandaag spelen we de game de Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Ik hoop dat jullie het een leuke game gaan vinden. Ik heb er wat over gehoord, maar ik laat me verrassen vandaag. Let's go. The end is never the end, never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427
Wat
and he pushed
een leeg
buttons on the keyboard.
kantoor.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every
Een paar leuke
year.
postertjes.
And although others might have
Misschien een
considered it
radiootje.
soul-rending, Stanley
Dat zou leuk
relished
zijn.
every moment that the
Oh,
orders
dat is
came.
een saaie schilderij van een
Though he had
landschap.
been made
Nice.
exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Well,
And then one
as long
day
as he's
something
happy.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he
no.
would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
waar zijn zijn
Never in
collega's?
all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yes,
Shocked,
indeed.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, it's time to move. Niks.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where are his co-workers? I like work. I just hate my boss. Wacht, er stond hier ook een aan. Let's save some energy, guys. It's all empty. Yeah, me too. I hate Mondays.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What happens if I go right? I go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yes.
A room so
Pretty
utterly
room.
captivating that even though all
Nice
your
ambiance.
co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yes.
Really worth it.
Some nice leaves. I hate open water.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Yes, it's because of me they left. Thank you, narrator.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yes, I have to
But
go
at
on.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Something needs me in this room.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Sure. I'll give you a chance.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I want the blue door. Don't tell me what to do.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
To the red door. No, blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
This one with all the arrows? Yeah. I like blue.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yes,
Was it
I want
worth
this.
ruining the entire story I had
Perfect.
written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help
Yes,
me here,
I
Stanley.
wanted to
Help
see this
elucidate
really
the
bad.
strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with
sure.
me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
There's a new door. Oh. Okay, why are we back here again? Sure.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
What do I think about the game? Well, it's a 3 so far.
Oh, of course. A 3.
Yeah.
Really?
Just
Maybe
in the
next
middle.
time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Sure. New room. Oh. Stanley Parable leaderboard. Well, sure.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Are we gonna
I
save
think
the baby?
The art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
So if I press this, oh, it resets. And now it goes in the fire.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate
Oh.
babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's
Goodbye.
over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey,
Thanks.
since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Sure, let me play another game.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
Oh.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
This
What's
looks
our
like
backstory? What is our
Firewatch.
motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Oh,
Yes, that must be it. What a
drew
fascinating
these in
venture into
school.
the experience of total mental depravity. So
Still know
far,
how
I
to
love
do it.
everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is
Lookout
out
Cookbook.
there.
Wow. So beautiful. It's very windy out here.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a
I want
close
to
call.
go.
You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
A wall game. No, that's a ball
Wonderful.
game.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Dat is Rocket League, toch? Ja. Ja, het staat ook overal.
Okay, so what
It's on the
exactly do we
signs.
do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I'm doing it.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley,
So
I'm like a
if
child
I
in a confectionery shop. I
jump in
simply
here, I
have
will
to have
respawn
more.
there?
I'm insatiable. More! Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that.
Wat is er gebeurd? De backrooms. I'm in the backrooms. Oh no, I'm falling again. Wait. What? Okay. I'm in here now. Okay. Okay, let's go. Ah. Okay. This is some backroom stuff. So what do we do now? I found a computer. That's great. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
Yes, exactly. Where am
I wonder
I?
if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who
I don't
will
need
wrap
you.
everything up at the end. To
You
make
need me.
sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
Yes.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Are you
can
threatening
wait.
me? Yes, you wait. Huh? We are back at the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It's a loop.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
It's
he
on
couldn't
again.
find a
Someone
trace
has been
of his
here.
co-workers.
I turned them off. Input received. Received from what? From what?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Shall I do it? He's gonna flip out.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room.
Yes,
Life
I like
without
this
having
room.
experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
No, it's not horrible. We got nice nature and the open sea.
Yes,
And this
really,
thing.
really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs, but
And
eager to
I'm
get
going.
back to business. Stanley took the first open
Sorry,
door on his
narrator.
left.
Door on his left. No, I want to go this way again, because...
Stanley was so bad at following
saw
directions,
that
it's
over
incredible
there.
he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've
all
been
this
neglecting,
time,
Stanley.
it's me.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by
I see
yourself.
a way over there.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I will remember that one.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who?
She's been waiting.
Who? She? I have a wife? I'm coming!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out. Oh, no, you can't.
Oh,
Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
I didn't know that was
you
possible.
actually chose incorrectly. I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
even know
my
that
wife
was
knows
possible.
she was on the
Let me
line.
double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible?
yes.
None of these
I did
decisions
it.
were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yes.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've
Yes.
been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong
Exactly.
choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
He's
Or
onto
did
me.
you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please
No.
observe this helpful instructional video.
I'm forced into a
Choice.
video.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time
Yes,
should
the
you
real
make a
world
choice
makes
that
sense.
does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
real.
the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical
not putting my head in a
professionals recommend
crocodile.
making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially
That's me.
insignificant, and the
Wow.
feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a
Stop?
few minutes ago and see what the
Why does it
correct
say
thing
stop?
to do would have been. This way, please.
Danger. Stop. Exit. I cannot go this way? No, it's closed now. Okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you
with the
jumping
gate
off the
around it.
platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
No way.
That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Choices. He's leading me this way. It's closed now. Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Wow, I want to be in the real world. Very beautiful. Yeah. I like this room. Okay, I have to walk all the way
Now
there.
remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I have to go in here.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Get Chris out of the broom
What's
closet.
the answer? What do I do? What
Oh
do
no,
I
Chris.
do? What do I... No, I have to.
Poor Chris.
I have to shut the game
He's still
down.
in there.
I have to. I have to.
What is happening? What is happening?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever.
I am
now
clever.
Look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yes.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Well, Stanley
That
should
thought
too.
hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm
Okay,
quite sure you'll be
I'm
up
back
to the
here now.
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll go right again.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. Means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
I'm sorry,
All right.
narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, He entered the door on his left.
I'll go left, okay. Sure. You finally get what you want.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Chris, you're in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's in there? Okay, to my boss's office. But wait, there's a door. It's not open. What is this? Also not open.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
Okay.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Come on. Just spit it out, Stanley.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors...
Wait, did I break the game again?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Oh, that's Stanley.
Stanley, please. Take as much time as you need.
Come on. You see? I told you. It's never the end. It's never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, new content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Yes, what's that? What's the meaning of this? I'm trapped. Uh-oh.
Hello, and thank
stuck.
you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Museum.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Sure.
Okay,
Show me the
so far it's
content.
an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Okay.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yay, new content. Yippee.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes. Give me the content. The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, we can jump now. Nice.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Elevators and jumping.
Then
That's
I could
great
just read through the
content,
whole
man.
Dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
What do you mean?
Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
What do you mean?
Now with over 1,000
great.
hours of new content. And Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it?
That's it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
No, don't
and we'll
reset
try
the
to
game.
get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Let me out.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No, don't reset. He did it. It's never the end. Oh. Wait. This is off. It's not our offers.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh no. He wants to show me something. Yeah.
Okay,
know what to
you
think
remember how
about it.
cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh,
I call it the Memory Zone. It's
The
where I've been
memory
storing
zone.
all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
it's a museum.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wow. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. I can imagine.
Je suis dans la memory zone, seul sur l'abri de l'eau.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than
That's so long
games
ago.
end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless
Well, I'm
husk
playing it, Mr.
with an
Narrator.
hour of new elevator content.
I think your game is great. It's a great game, Mr. Narrator. Don't be disappointed. That's Stanley. Person of the Year, Stanley. That's a happy button.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
No.
It just needed to be left alone.
Yes.
To spend the rest of time collecting dust
Let it
in the
be the
hallowed
Stanley
hall
Parable.
of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
This
the
is
online
Half-Life.
video game
Half-Life
distributor.
2.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
ziet er wel mooi uit. Not
Okay, let's see what
recommended.
this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games.
Okay.
Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Well, that's interesting.
Look, well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly...
Oh, it skips again.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
I'm going to press it again.
The skip button has been aptly demonstrated,
you can tell
and
me
we can
what to
say
do.
goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
Yes,
How
there was
else
a
would we
door.
have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door.
I skip.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer.
12
My
hours.
God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every...
I skipped.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
How long has it been?
I think it's been a
week.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a
Poor
single
narrator.
person to
Oh no,
speak
the plant dying.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking...
And I'm skipping.
You're here again. Welcome.
Oh yeah, there it is
I have
again.
had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but...
And I'm skipping again. So last time was a year. How many years now? You stop talking. Let me skip.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes?
losing
Where are
his
the
mind.
jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain
Oh, poor narrator.
us.
He was
It
alone
wasn't
for
enough.
so
They
long.
had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But
He's quiet again. Do I hear water? Oh yeah, it's dripping.
the end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Yes. Oh, it's leaking more now. Uh-oh, that's bad. How far ahead are we? Oh no. Are we in a time capsule? That's long. There are trees growing outside. Is it raining? What are those sounds? I'm scared. Where are we? Oh no, it... What? What? The planet is gone. We skipped so much. Well, it is beautiful. Oh. The end is never the end, is never the end. And we're back at the office. En hiermee ga ik de aflevering ook afsluiten. Volgende keer gaan we lekker verder met Stanley Parable. Vond je dit nou leuk? Doe dan een duimpje omhoog. Vergeet niet te abonneren. En dan tot de volgende keer weer. Doei doei!